Curtis Campos, the star of the moment. 3 for 13 for him. Mark Adair and Josh Little have one apiece. Joshua Little back into the attack.
Well, Masakadza trying to steal in there, but Raza still trying to work out how that got big on him.
Made a really bold prediction for what I thought you needed to win. I thought scores around 280, 290 were necessary. I'm forced to change my assessment. It's crunched away by Sikandar Raza.
No, that's a personified shot from Sikandar Raza. You give him a little bit of width, and he will play you with such kind of power and placement. It was too quick baiting Sterling in the cover region. Well, great position, well placed as well.
Just saying, I think I made a ball, I think 290. There's some livening up in this wicket. There's definitely starting to see a little bit of more pace for particularly the seamers. I think if you have seamers who are willing to run in hard and bowl with energy, you could probably defend a score around 220 or 230 on this wicket.
Well played off the hip. So is it safe to say, Darlington, that this is you coming down from 290 to my region of around 250, 260?
Even lower than your region of 250, 260. I've seen some stuff. I'm a bit of a fast bowler myself. Conditions like this don't persist into the afternoon. It's the sort of wicket you want to do your work on. I think you'll just be rewarded, as I said earlier, for running in hard and hitting the deck on a good length.
Well bowled and well played. Targeting the stumps. Wellington Masakadza well positioned to play that one. 5 from the over with the delivery to go. I'm sure Zimbabwe will be happy for that one to get past the 40th over mark.
Beautifully hit on the out for just a single. 183 for 6. That's Alauddin Paleka, and it signals the final power play of the Zimbabwe innings. 5 wickets at 4.7 in that middle power play. It's Hume who's going to bowl the first over of this power play.
This will be interesting how Zimbabwe will operate in this third power play.
It's a good single. And there's been the misfield. I think Paul Sterling didn't land well.
A quick single taken here by Wellington Masakadza. Made the call quite early. It was a good piece of fielding though. Just there, the throw was off. And he caught Sterling in an awkward position. Allowed them to steal 2.
Definitely looking a lot more comfortable in the last sort of 5 or 8 minutes. Is Wellington Masakadza.
Yeah, he settled quite well. You just get a feeling that Ireland are losing a grip of things here, because as much as they picked up those 3 quick wickets from Curtis Kempfer, this partnership between Wellington Masakadza and Raza has been good enough for Zimbabwe just to stabilize things. And if they can get 40 more runs here going forward, or 50 more, they'll be in a very good position to defend it, looking at the conditions that we have. I don't think much will change into the Ireland innings.
Past the outside edge.
Oh, that one just drawing Raza. Initially thought of leaving it, then followed him.
A bit of shape. Away.
Looking for 2. 2 was his call as soon as he hit it.
I just get a feeling that for Ireland, the city end has been the one that has gotten them a lot of fortune, or opportunities to really get wickets from. And they need to utilize that end quite effectively.
A bit of excitement from Hume as Raza gets right across the front of his stumps. $189 for 6.
Champions Trophy-তে
$231 at the current run rate. I think Zimbabwe would be quite happy with that. Sikandar Raza has been 18 innings since his last ODI 50 for Zimbabwe. Call for the second. He's coming back for the second. He's back for the second. And that is a well-played 50 from Sikandar Raza. Been under a little bit of personal pressure, having gone 18 knocks without getting a 50-plus score. And he's come good today.
They'll be happy, Sikandar Raza, with his batting efforts. The crowd will cheer him on because they just know how important it is for him personally, but also importantly for Zimbabwe.
Beautifully away towards the extra cover boundary. Are we going to go and see some fireworks from Sikandar Raza this morning?
Well, I think the scene has been set perfectly for Raza. This time, he plays this one through the covers with ease and grace. Didn't try to hit it too hard, but it was well placed and well timed even. Nobody was going to save that. And it was written for all the way.
Yeah, it's the second time we've seen him in back-to-back overs score in that area off Joshua Little.
Picks up a single. And it's been a good over so far for Zimbabwe. With a boundary, which is very important. And the first two was quite important for Raza. A man who was aware of the start that you just shared about the last 18 innings. Had a chat with him early in the morning. He spoke about how important it was for him to play very well today. And he said that he needed to get a good innings in. And that will relieve a lot of pressure for him.
Going to be called wide, but this wicket has definitely livened up this mid-morning. Starting to see some pretty steep bounce and good carry through to the wicketkeeper, Lorcan Tucker.
You get a feeling that Nassim Zarabani will be licking his lips. Richard Ngaraba won't be happy as well.
Very confident looking shot again from Masakadza.
This is how this man got to a half century. Well played one. He started off well composed, didn't play any risky shots. Gave himself room on a number of occasions, and he played it well. The presence of mind of understanding the situation that was in, and that was the shots. And got him to another milestone in Zimbabwean colours.
It's another wide on the leg side. Gives Aido Chabi a little exercise.
He's had plenty of those from this end. Just when do you think Sikandar Raza is going to really open up to what people are acquainting him with?
No!
Great call from Masakadza, early, loud, and emphatic. Runs from that little over. It's been a productive one for Zimbabwe. I think he's going to find a boundary off the last over. No, there's protection in the form of Harry Tector as Zimbabwe bring up their 200 in the 42nd over, 201 for 6.
.79. Biggest over in the innings so far, 12. Zimbabwe will be hoping that they can get a few more structures of similar height in these remaining 8 overs. Very good afternoon, Victor and Pitsang. How do these two go about trying to get the most they can for Zimbabwe at this stage?
Yeah, good afternoon, team. I think the intensity has been really good. You look at this partnership, which is 44 of just 47 deliveries, the running between the wicket. cunning between the wickets, actually. He's been really good. And what Wellington has done really well here is kept feeding Raza the strike, who's really played well. He's accelerated at the right time, and it's so important for them to stretch this partnership. Bet for another 3-4 overs together, and then the last 5 maybe try and extend a little bit more. That last over was a good one. There's 12 runs from it. So they need to be at least get to, if they can get between 6 and 7 runs to the over for the next few overs, and then try and get about 10, they then get closer to 260, 265 they get to if they go at 8 runs and over. So that this partnership is so important.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with you. I like the way Wellington Masakadza has gone about his innings, because he's understood what's required from him. He's 15 from 22, but in that, he's just got 1 boundary. You'll expect that if he bats the next 5 or 6 overs, as you're saying, he'll get a couple more, and he'll bring up that strike rate of his to 100 and maybe just below or above. And he would have done a job supporting Sikandar Raza.
Go. Very good, boys. Very good. Stella, he's brought me red gloves. Can I see you,
Low full toss. You'll feel he's missed out there. And you can see the reaction from him. He could have hit that anyway. Acres of space behind Paul Sterling at a mid-wicket.
That can generally happen. Probably the mindset of the batters, look, I just need to try and get Raza back on strike. And the mindset is of just looking for ones. And when an opportunity like that comes, you miss out, because the mindset is to just get one. And when you get a bad one, you still need to be very positive and look at your one options, that when you get one like that, you put it away for 4. Another good delivery, a good over this for Ireland.
I think what's also important for Wellington Masakadza to understand as we go to the back end of the innings is that you will get the occasional good over. You will get 2 or 3 balls when you're not able to get the ball away. But it's crucial for him not to throw his wicket away, because the new batter coming in will find it very difficult to be rotating the strike as he has been. And you don't want that to be the next batter coming in. Two fielders back, and he's found the gap. Wellington Masakadza, so a good finish to the over. 6 from it, eventually 207 for 6. Well, it had been a very good over from Graham Hume until this final delivery. Just short. Gave Masakadza the opportunity to put it anywhere he wanted on that leg side, and that reaction shows you the disappointment. He understands that he had almost closed the over off. Short. And that is an outstanding catch. If there's a fielder you don't want to hit the ball close to in this Irish team, it's Harry Tector. And this catch is exactly why.
Such a big moment in the game, because there's Sikandar Raza that we've actually been speaking about. What is a good total? For them to get to 260, you needed him to bat for much longer. because he's got the power game, but this is an outstanding piece of fielding here by Tector, because what he does well here, he attacks the ball, doesn't allow the ball to bounce first. Good innings comes to an end. Sikandaraza 58 and Zimbabwe now 207 for 7.
Close your eyes and roll enough down there. Sometimes it happens, huh?
We're into the bowlers. For Zimbabwe, 52 matches from Garava. Got a best of 48. I saw that he can be very handy with the bat in the test match in Blawayo. How's this for a catch?
Yeah, it's a lovely catch, and what makes it so good is generally you say you always need to want the ball all the time, and what he's done well here is that if he allows the ball to come to him, it then bounces short, but he attacks the ball and made it look so easy at the end. So they needed to break that partnership. They asked Makadere to come into the attack, and he gets a big wicket out of Sikandaraza.
Garava's approach going to be? He needs to do what Masakadza did with Sikandaraza. Support him, get him on strike, and he'll need to understand now that he's the senior player and has to face the majority of these fine loavers. 6.4 balls to be exact. Overs, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, a runner ball. Say a runner ball just running well between the wickets, you still got 248. You still have got runs on the board. Have a good spell with a new ball, you feel that you have a chance. The problem is trying to go for it and you don't get to 248. That's the problem. His current rate, they'll get to 239, but I'm sure they'll still, with this last 3 wickets still in hand, you still want to get to 250 if you can. It's on the ball 247. Can they get there? These two are more than capable.
Yeah, they certainly are. Masakadza comes back for 2. Good running. Even with the hesitation of Garava coming back. He wanted it. He wanted the strike.
He doesn't think there was 2, does he? I mean, he's running. Masakadza is running to the danger end, and all he needs to do, unless he just didn't hear him call, look, he just touches down and goes. Doesn't call him. So late reactions, but still, fortunate enough for Zimbabwe, he gets there in time as well, and the throw's not a good one.
Top edge, and it will run away for 4. So again, what was looking like a very good over has been spoiled by a boundary towards the end.
The options sometimes, and bowlers let themselves so down. It's short and wide, gets the outside edge. The bowler might just think, well, I'm unlucky. It's not the right length to bowl when you have 3rd man up in the ring. And so fortunate enough for Masakadza, he just manages to get something. Look at that field set. So you're not bowling anything back of a length outside the off stump. It's the wrong line to bowl and the wrong length to bowl.
The call is for 2 straight away. And they get back comfortably. So good running. They make it a good over. 9 from it to 1-6 for 7.
I'll go, Joshy.
Two 1-6 for 7. 6 and over will get them 2-5-2. They'll be aiming for that. If they go a bit better, 7 to the over, they get 2-5-8. They'll have to bowl and field extremely well, but it's something that they've got to bowl at. Little back into the attack. Slow ball. Whatever. Doesn't look like he wants to hang around.
He doesn't love the defensive shot, does he? He likes being attacking, but I guess that's the mindset what the players have sometimes, is when he sees one and he recognizes one and he feels that he's in his zone, he has a full go at it. Oh, this guy's slow ball by the bowler.
Nice hit that one. 2 fielders back. George Dockrell won't be able to stop the boundary.
The previous one was a slower delivery. This one, more pace on it. He waits for it, and he's very powerful when he strikes them. Just splits the 2 fielders on the boundary, and that's what Zimbabwe need.
I think Ngarawa needs to realize that he's got the boundary for the over. Sure, if it's there to hit again, go for it. If not, look to rotate the strike. Or get the bottom inside edge and get another 2. So 6 to the over. Halfway through the 45th.
Yeah, it's just been one of those. We saw him in the first game. Gosh, little he struggled, didn't he? He struggled with a new ball, was expensive. He was in his 9th over. He bowls one slightly outside the off stump. There's no luck whatsoever. And he still managed to get back for a couple. You sit there and you think, what can I do differently? He's bowled much better today, though. Better control, just the options. Another good delivery.
Yeah, the danger here is not getting as much as you can from the over because you're looking for too much. So you've got 6. Get a single, you've got 7, and you've still got a couple of balls where Wellington's got an opportunity to make something with those. He's hit that one again. This time he finds Harry Tector.
That's why batting at the dead is so crucial, especially for your lower order batters, is that ability to be able to get one. Because what the opposition wants is just to bowl a few dot balls, then all of a sudden you feel the pressure and you start looking for more. And then it's how they get the wickets. The call is for 2. I don't think the 2 is on, because Hume is quite quick. End of the over, 224 for 7.
244.98. Right now, that'll get them 249. 250 would be needed. Well, the Irish, they're in full song as always. Now, what would the discussion have been? It was a lengthy one at the end of this over between Ngarawa and Masakadza. How are they going to play this one out, Vic?
I think exactly what we've been saying all along is that we need to run well between the wickets. We need to make sure that these bowlers don't bowl dot balls. 2 is the call, should just be the 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was looking to get it wider to the left of the long-on fielder, which he didn't manage to do. Zarabani looks like he's the next man in. And he's got the ability to get a couple of lusty blows away as well.
Yeah, batted well in the test match. I think he batted too long. He batted for almost 20 overs in the test match. They had to take the new ball. That was a lovely innings there.
Looking to go over long on. Ngarawa.
The right option is over mid-off, isn't it? It's right in the arc there to go over mid-off because mid-off is up in the circle. It's a slower delivery again.
Well bowled. That is a brilliant Yorker. So it means halfway through this over, Zimbabwe have only got 2.
And that's why it's so important to get back on ball, because if you do get back on ball, your partner then can go for it. It's a good run by Wellington to get himself back on strike.
ODI squad. We are starting to train and looking forward to the T20Is. Recently returned from the Bangladesh Premier League. Well hit. And gets away from Tector. So 4.
Yep, that helps. You can actually see what Tector's trying to do. He's trying to attack the ball, but he misjudges it a touch. The slower delivery once again. The timing, the placement is good. He's trying to attack the ball, but unfortunately, or rather fortunate for Zimbabwe, finds the gap and a boundary.
Now you look at Masakadza, 33 now from 33. And this is what I was talking about. If he gives himself a little bit more time with the extra boundaries he'll get towards the end, that strike rate will come up. The call is for 2 and they'll get it very easily. This is good tactical cricket from Masakadza.
So many opportunities for runs, isn't it? If you just bat clever. It's 8 runs so far. There's still 1 to go. We said 6. It's the minimum that Zimbabwe need per over. They've got 8 now. And just clever. You need a boundary. And then it's a big area on that leg side. Just good nudge on the leg side and call for 2 and good running his partner. Agreeing to his call of 2 there.
Gone too far across, Masakadza. Looking to work it into the onside for the single and to retain the strike. And his contribution comes to an end, courtesy Graham Hume.
Yeah, wonderful bowling that by Graham Hume. And it's also good awareness by him as well, because generally he's been trying to bowl the cutters, bowl the slower deliveries. And this time he just goes Yorker length on leg stump. And he's just moved too much to that off stump. Here's Wellington Matakata. He played a nice innings though of 35, Zimbabwe are 232 for 8.
133 runs in 54 matches from Zarabani. Best of 17, so you can't expect too much. Two fast bowlers coming together. This was the dismissal of Masakadze. Just went across the stumps a little too far. The idea was good, the execution not so good. Slapped away. One bounce to Balberni at mid-off.
Center. Hello.
Mid-off was up in the circle. Zarabani, who does like going leg side. Cow corner, mid-wicket, is where he's very strong. About slow ball. And that's come out the back of the hand.
Yeah, what you don't want as a Zimbabwean team is to get bowled out. And you don't bet your whole ration of your overs. What's important is to make sure that you bet your overs, and then that's when you get to 250. Psychologically, it's not bad as a team when you get to 240. That's well bowled. He's very skillful. And there is bowls the off cutter as well, so a lot of variations in his armory.
And it's the other slow ball. He's pitched it perfectly. Just nipped away from the right-hander. Took ever so long to get there. And that danger you're talking about getting bowled out, the reality now.
Yeah, certainly is. But we did speak. Look there. Look at his wrist position. Back of hand, seam up, and as a batter, lower order batter, it's difficult to pick that because it comes seam up and well disguised by the bowler. Muzarabani, he's gone without scoring. Zimbabwe now 233 for 9.
Last man in for Zimbabwe, Trevor Gwandu.
Just good skills. He's like waiting for it. Just seam up. And it just moves away as it hits the pitch. Lovely delivery.
That's a good Yorker. This one, pace on, straight at the middle stump. He's done well to keep that out. Zimbabwe. We're going to leave a lot of deliveries in this innings. That will be called wide. Quick change in the field. George Dockrell comes in deep square to square leg. Inside edge, they will get the single to win the 47th over, 2:36 for 9. Right up above 5 now, and it's not been up there too often. Zimbabwe's innings today. They will get past 250 if they carry on like this for the next 3 overs. However, they have 1 wicket remaining in the innings.
Interesting to see how Ngarawa changes. Does he now keep playing aggressively, or is he going to try and see, well, let's try and bat out the overs? But I think in the back of his mind, he'll try and get a lot more. Still try and clear the boundary if the opportunity arises.
Yeah, he will continue to take pace off the ball. I don't see that over here looking to rotate the strike and get his partner on. He will feel, I am now the senior partner, I will take charge. Taking charge will be looking for boundaries, because I don't think that's going to just hang around for too long. Take the single this time.
Got to give credit though to the Irish. Every single time there's been a good partnership. They've managed to break it. A wonderful spell though by Curtis Kempfer, picking up those 3 wickets. then there was another partnership between Mazakata and Raza, which you probably felt that if they just batted 2-3 more overs, Zimbabwe should get to 260. But they still managed to get wickets. They picked up 2, and now at the moment Zimbabwe in danger of getting bowled out before the 50th over. So it's been good though. Still a good pitch though. I still think that there's still enough for both. There's still enough. If you're willing to work hard as a batter, you can score runs, but as a bowling unit, these bowlers must still feel and believe, having seen the spell from Curtis Camphor, that there's still something in this pitch.
Yeah, he certainly favours going leg side when he's trying to hit the ball. But he's giving himself a minimal opportunity to hit the ball because he's got his blade closed, looking to go leg side. What's he going to do here? Going to scramble that single, keep the strike at the beginning of the next. He'll get the single. Very quiet over 3 from it. 239 for 9. Penultimate over. And the crowd starting to fill up on that grass bank. Oh, that's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate, but Ngarawa will take the runs.
Yeah, wonderful bowling this. Markade, the perfect Yorker, isn't it? I mean, he's just bowled the seam-up delivery with good pace. And fortunate enough, for Ngarawa, he gets some sort of bat on it and it races away for 4. Oh, unlucky.
.250 within touching distance.
It's always a danger, isn't it? You probably think, oh my goodness, I've just bowled a good Yorker, it's gone for 4. If I can get it a little bit straighter, maybe that hits the stumps. But the variations of the modern cricketer, though, I don't want to be predictable, because I just need to change it up. In this occasion, he's bowled a slow ball, but I guess he's bowling the shorter, slower ball because he wants Ngarawa to hit him to the leg side and because he's got the protection that's on.
This one he hits firmly to long on. And there's a mid-off again to Gwandu. The boundary fielders, very square point. And third, well bowled. Ooh, called wide. I think that might just be a little bit harsh. Victor?
I think it's fair. Coming from me, it just goes over the line. Just over the line. Just look there. Just over the line. And unfortunately, or fortunately enough, the umpire makes a good call. You don't agree with that, do you?
Maybe after having a look at the replay, I do.
Okay.
And Markaday didn't make any noise. So as a bowler, fair enough. That's Wabal, the bouncer.
One.
Yeah, I don't see Markaday pitching the ball up to Gwandu. Certainly not outside the off stump because of the way his field is. Slow ball bouncer. He wants the single, and it's a good call from Garawa, asking him to stay put.
Now that's very well bowled to call the pace off. Now they'll just have a check, have a look. The doctor running onto the field as that ball struck him on the helmet.
It's taken an age to get to Gwandu, that's slow ball bouncer. I've always wondered what kind of questions the team doctor or physiotherapist poses to the players for this concussion test. Sometimes you see them holding up a couple of fingers, waving them about. He's got a big smile on his face, so I think he should be okay. I think the more dangerous ones are the ones that hit the helmet flush on, as opposed to that slow ball bouncer, which just hit the visor as that did. And it's a warm day here. Rain forecast for later stayed away. Looks like we're going to get a full match in. So come down to the sports club if you're nearby. Markaday gets another and Zimbabwe's final wicket. It was very good today. And he's got some really good returns for himself. 4 for 54. 3 for 54, I beg your pardon, for Markaday. And it's that delivery out the back of the hand. Adair closes off the Zimbabwean innings. And he picks up his 4th scalp.
Yeah, wonderful skills. He sort of sets it up, bowls a few shorter deliveries, short bounces, and then bowls the slower delivery back of a hand. And a wonderful finish for the Irish as they bowled out Zimbabwe for 245. And having won the toss for the 2nd time in the series. Bowling was a much better bowling performance by the Irish today. I thought they were very good up front with a new ball, bowled with good control. And even though there was partnerships in the Zimbabwean team, and they still managed to pick up wickets. And at one stage, Zimbabwe did look like they were going to get to 260, so great effort to restrict them to 245.
Yeah, Zimbabwe will feel they've got something to bowl at, but they will have to bowl extremely well and back it up in the field. Asked to bat first against Zimbabwe, and Brian Bennett was out the blocks quite quickly. 30 and 34 for him. And then the other two big contributions, Wesley Madewere, who looked really good until he got out, as well as Sikandaraza, 58, and dismissed by an outstanding catch in the outfield by Harry Tector.
Much better bowling performance by the Irish. Markadere picked up 4 wickets. Hume was good as well, 1. But the standout for me was Curtis Campbell, who came in for his 5 overs and picked up 3 wickets for just 13 runs.
Brian Bennett started off where he left off and played some glorious strokes. For the time that he was out in the middle, he's very strong, extra cover and square on the offside. This delivery, just the length pulled back, and that was his undoing. Craig Irvin just pushing at one that wasn't quite there for the drive. Ball not coming on to the bat so well this morning. And then it was Wesley Madewere who entertained us for his wonderful innings of 61. Ben Curran, it was a struggle for him this morning while he was there. Enter Sikandaraza.
Yeah, they needed a partnership, didn't they? They wanted one, but this man, he came in and bowled a wonderful spell. He picked up 3 wickets and only gone for 13 runs in his 5 overs. And this was the turning point. Zimbabwe were 151 and then for 4, and then went to 157 for 6. Another partnership developed between Raza and Mazakata, and then a brilliant catch by Tector on the boundary to break that partnership. And a few boundaries, but at the end, it was the Irish that bowled really well to bowl out Zimbabwe for 245.
Yeah, a bit of luck for Ngarawa towards the end of the innings, but it was Gwandu, the final man to go, falling 5 short of the 250 mark. Zimbabwe, a psychological